it pretty much changed my life.
Guys, if you guys are wifeless, if you guys are maidenless, you know, if you guys are arbiterless, just stop playing Raid and you will also meet your wife and get married to her and have a beautiful daughter. So take it from Odd One, and then you can quit later on and get rid of your account. Why are CCs quitting Raid? Let's listen what Odd One's reason is.
Hey guys, this is Odd One Gaming, and this is going to be my last Raid Shadow Legends video. So yeah, it's finally official. I'm officially quitting Raid Shadow Legends. You know, it's no clickbait, no nothing. I haven't posted for a while Raid Shadow Legends content. For those of you who might have, you know, seen that, right? I've been focusing King Arthur a lot, and I just, you know, I think I just had like one video a couple of weeks ago or last week where I did some summons for somebody. It was pretty fun and all that, but the reality is I've decided to quit playing Raid Shadow Legends. Now, what do I mean by that? It's not just quitting of covering the game, right? Which I already stopped doing that for quite a little bit, for almost a month. But I've also decided to, like, you know, not play the game anymore. So I'm giving my account away. I already, you know, found somebody to give my account away to, which means I'm not gonna have an account for Raid Shadow Legends anymore. I'm not gonna be playing this anymore. Now it's you know, it's a little bit of a, I guess, a half emotional video in a sense, because you know what, it's been an amazing journey. So what I want to go through today is I want to kind of go through the good and the bad, the reasons why I'm quitting and all of that. So if that's something that interests you, you know, just keep watching.
I like the fact that he's wearing the Raid Shadow Legends shirt whilst he's doing this. It is like he's kind of put a lot of thought into the video, and he's saying he's giving his account away. So this is not one of those clickbait ones. This guy, he's actually going for it. Odd One has been a friend of the channel for a while. We have seen him grow. So seeing him like switch to King Arthur, which is also another fantastic game, is almost like Raid 2.0, is quite interesting. And he's going to get into the why he's quitting. But that's going to be one of the big reasons.
You know, hopefully seeing future games. But if we're talking about the future of the channel, I'm personally covering King Arthur Legends Rise right now. For those that have seen it, I'm actually enjoying the game, right? It's pretty fun.
It's a good game.
Right? It has good graphics. But you know, that's what I'm doing so far. I'm playing that. I'm also in the works for building a website, right, for my name that's gonna focus King Arthur content. But in the future, I'm looking forward to Godforge. So if you're watching me and you're looking forward to Godforge yourself, I guess stay subscribed, because once Godforge comes out, maybe even during the beta, I plan to, you know, go all in on that game, because I have massive faith in Hell Hades and his team. Right?
Awesome.
And, Faithless itself, I have a massive faith that they're gonna do an amazing job. Now, if we're talking about Hell Hades, I kind of want to say that, you know, I want to say massive thank you to Simon, aka Hell Hades, because he's been the inspiration for me starting to, you know, do content creation in general. I've been a gamer for, you know, all my life. Ever since I owned a PC, I always loved games. I always played several games, and the first time that I actually thought about covering this is after I started watching some of Hell Hades' videos, some of his streams, and I just casually asked him on Discord, you know, what would you suggest I do to be able to, you know, start this as a thing, to do it as a job? And he was kind enough to help me with some advice, give me some tips, you know, help me obviously promote me a ton with the free-to-play series and all that. So he's, you know, Hell Hades is always going to be in my heart. I will always have his back. He's
awesome,
an amazing human being, not just an amazing content creator. And you know, for those of you that do not know, Hell Hades has also been to my wedding as well, right? Him with Saf, Dan, obviously Lady H, you know, they've been to me and Susie's wedding. For those of you that do not know, Susie's my wife. And it's been an amazing experience. Now, the reality is...
By the way, Susie and Odd One met during Raid. So, like, they were both Raid content creators and they met up there, and then they went on to get married, which is really cool. So watching him be like a core part of the community and then, you know, leaning away and going so far as just giving his account away is pretty big. It really is.
I've enjoyed Raid Shadow Legends. Definitely one of my favorite gacha games that's ever been out there. And I will always be thankful. I will always be thankful to Raid Shadow Legends, because this game was the one that gave me the opportunity to start content creation as as a full-time job, and it's because of them. I'm really thankful. Not only that, because of Raid Shadow Legends, I met my wife, right? I met Susie Plays, my wife. We are happily married. We have a beautiful baby girl, Lily, that just recently turned 8 months old, and it pretty much changed my life. And
Guys, if you guys are wifeless, if you guys are maidenless, if you guys are arbiterless, just stop playing Raid and you will also meet your wife and get married to her and have a beautiful daughter. So take it from Mod One, and then you can quit later on and get rid of your account. But if you guys, if you guys want to get your life back straight, Raid Shadow Legends is where or what to play.
Thanks will always be to Raid Shadow Legends, because they're the ones that kind of helped get me at this point in my life.
Exactly.
Also, I'm thankful to all the amazing people that I've met because of this game, not just Simon, right? There's tons of other amazing content creators, tons of community members, like as an example, LS Soja, met because of Raid. He's now a close friend, always comes visiting. Again, he's been to the wedding, he's been to the baby's christening, he just recently visited. And yeah, all in all, it's definitely been something beautiful that has happened, which it's all thanks of Raid. I still have the t-shirt, right? I'm wearing this t-shirt now because I'm not sure when else I can wear it.
It's done, yeah. He's burning the shit after this.
It's definitely one of the best games out there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the complexity that the game has, the number of champions that it has, the gear complexity, it's just been huge. It's been beautiful, and it's been an amazing game that I definitely enjoyed. However, I guess time to switch a little bit to the other side. From my point of view, for at least for the last 2 years, or like 2 years and a bit, I've not been enjoying it as much because I do understand that it's a business, right? I always try to put myself in the perspective of the business, but unfortunately, the negative part of the game just took over from my point of view. That's why 2 years ago, I decided to completely stop spending and not support the game anymore, because from my point of view, it didn't deserve my money. I used to have the daily gem pack every time. I would buy, the monthly pack, stuff like that, but over 2 years ago, kind of like a few months after Susie quit playing Raid Shadow Legends, I decided to stop spending myself, because I did feel and I could see that that's where the game started taking a turn, where it became worse and worse. We all know they do some shady stuff, and they do some shitty decisions where they make you spend all of your resources, then they release something else extra, and that was just not cutting it for me. I always want to believe, I always want to be positive, and I always wanted to believe that it can be done better, right? It is a business,
True.
They can still make money, but the decisions and the way that they have been taking this game, it's just shittier and shittier, like, pardon my French. But like I mentioned, up until like 2 years ago, I feel like the game was still in a strong spot. I feel like the game was still balanced, was still catered towards the possibility of being able to compete.
So 2 years ago, are we talking about the era of like empowerment? It seems like that's where this is like coming from, right? Because a lot of people stopped spending when empowerment came out, and then awakening later on as well. So maybe he's talking about that sort of like time where a lot of people stopped spending. But yeah, let me know what that era would be.
With the whales, and from my point of view, everything went downhill when they started introducing the empowerment. Like,
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong.
This is not pre-watched, by the way. I'm watching this for the first time.
It's a fun thing. You can power legendaries, you can power epics. That was a cool stuff. However, if there wasn't a gap already between spenders and free to play from the point of view of gear, right? Because everybody would farm gear to get better gear. The empowerment started doing that. Then the next thing that they implemented, which again kind of like pushed that gap even further, was the awakenings. Again, amazing system, just
He's
really
right.
bad implementation.
He is right about this.
Really bad implementation from my point of view, because it's a cool stuff, it's a fun stuff, but it's so hard to get these awakenings. It's hurts
As
my
a
soul. I've been
free-to-play,
playing for 2 years, and I
low
think I
spender?
just pulled 2 6-stars. Like, I pulled Arbiter and Duchess as 6-star awakenings, and then from that, the other ones that have 6 stars, I bought from the shop from level 1. Like Narcissus, Roto, Seer, and my Godseeker, most of them I just bought from the shop, at least for the ones that are really important. Stuff like Iron Twins is just really bad implementation. Then the next thing, which, it's funny enough, happens right now. Clan versus clan tournament was implemented. Good idea. Bad implementation. Again, they kind of like just went with, oh, you don't want to play it. They forced us. They gave us game-changing rewards in this one. So it kind of forces you to engage with it. Again, this is another thing that they prioritize the KPI of, time spent in game over the, what the community says. Like pretty much, I'm going to say it out loud. They just don't give a shit. That's the reality. Just don't care.
Damn.
Same example was...
Everyone's just having it out, which is fair enough. I mean, I do understand. He is saying that they value KPI over like quality of time spent in game. They just want to have more people logged into the game rather than more people enjoying the time they spend in the game. So he's right. He's not wrong.
Amazing game content. They did some balances, they did some changes, but then the implementation of this was bad. Then what else? Okay, Chimera, it's still too fresh to talk about it. I cannot really, say too much. But then we had, again, this one, the Primal Shards. Honestly, this one has been in the game for over a year, right? I think it's already been a year since the Primals and Mythicals have been put in game. Again, this one's just straight up, in your face, cash grab. It's been a year, and I've not pulled a single Mythical from Primal Shards, right? I have not pulled one. I mostly pulled during 2 times when you have a high chance to get mythicals and still did not get one. So I feel like this was just really bad. It's like, you implement something in the game that only a part of it can enjoy. Like, I personally cannot enjoy the mythicals in the game because I only have 2. I have 3, sorry now. I have Lady Mikage.
Oh no, he has a Fidus. Oh, he pulled a Fidus. Oh no, I pulled a Duke Mikage. Honestly, I would have been more angry if I got a Fidus, because the Fidus at the time was the worst. I got a Duke Mikage. I'm not much better, honestly. I'm thinking about quitting too. No, I'm not thinking about quitting. But a Fidus,
I pulled an Aphidus from the Remnants, then I got Carnage from doing a million years of Cintranos, right? Is it Cintranos they call it, right? Cursed City. Yeah, Cursed City of Cintranos. So that's the reality, unfortunately. Raid has been in the last 2 years just in your face, give us your money. We don't care if things is quality, we don't care if it looks good. And that's why I started, losing more and more love for the game. That's the reality. And because I'm not enjoying it anymore, I'm just, I'm not covering it anymore. At the same time, it might have been, it's also, the reality of this is my full-time job. YouTube is not, the revenue from YouTube from my videos has gone down a lot as well, and it just makes no sense. Plus, again, because this is my full-time job, there's no incentive, right? Raid does not support or reward the long-time players. Like, not only as a content creator, but as a player, you've seen that. They don't reward us for, for thank you for sticking around for 4 years. Here's something to incentivize you. No, they don't care. They just want to get more people in the game to just spend more money and, get as much money as they can. And that's not okay by me. I don't enjoy that. And honestly, I do not want to support that. Now, one thing I quickly want to mention, I can still do takeovers if people are interested. I'm quite confident that at least for the next 6 months or a year, I still have the knowledge to do takeovers. So if you're interested, join my Discord and DM me. But that's the reality. It's like, I don't feel like it's worth for me to cover the game anymore, right? It's like, I still enjoy it, but just a little bit. I don't love it as I used to. Then, again, as a content creator, again, this is my full-time job. This is how I pay my bills. So, the views, the payments and stuff like that matters. When it comes, for example, the content creator program, we get, depending on the tier that you have and whatnot, you get some in-game resources, but if you're not somebody that's, well established, a big content creator, such as, Hell Hades, Ash, Scratch, Nubs, some of the ones that do extremely good on YouTube, shout out to them, they're massive content creators. If you're not one of those ones that do really good, it's like, for somebody like me, their content creator program sucks. From my point of view, right? We have other games like there was Dragonair, there was Infinite Magic Raid, Ace. There were so many other games that incentivize you in a way, to be able to do good. So not only do I get some of the payments from YouTube, which are not the biggest because they depend on views and ads, but they also have based on how many views you have, you get a certain payment from the company, kind of like, I guess it's a way of saying thank you for, covering our game pretty much for free. Based on your views, we're going to pay you something. That means a lot for somebody like me that, again, has this as a full-time job and just Raid this nothing. Not even like, end game promotion of content creators or other things. There's just very little things that they did to, support something like that.
This is a really good point. The point he's making about is the tier 3 content creators, which are like 9K subs, I believe. They have access to the test server, right? On the test server, all the new champions that aren't released in game, for example, right now, Lady Noelle is on the test server. And Odd One is a tier 3 content creator, but there's so many other bigger content creators you mentioned, like Ash and Hades and Nubs, Scratch too. All those guys, all of them will put out the videos at the same time, and somebody like Odd One, who is like in the middle of the pack, he doesn't really get the benefit as much as those guys, is what he's trying to say, which makes a lot of sense. I never thought of it like that, because I myself not in a tier 3 and I don't have access to the test server. So this is a really interesting take.
If you still want to support me though, there's a link in the description, a pinned comment of this video that says support me for King Arthur Legends Rise. You can click that, you can support me pretty much. If you do, for example, the King Arthur, I guess, content creator program, for every purchase that somebody does, I get a certain percentage. Like it goes up to 5%. I'm currently, I think, at like 3%. But even if you don't spend, it still helps me, because, if I hit a certain threshold of subscribers, I guess my percentage that I get is goes a little bit higher. So again, there's so many different ways that people can be supported, but I don't know, Raid just doesn't do it. Like it doesn't matter how how good, how complex the game it is. I think it's just not worth it anymore for me. Like it's just not worth it. I'm not enjoying it. Also, the decisions they've done in the last few months has turned so many people of the community more negative, including myself, and I totally get it. And again, I don't want to play a game that I don't enjoy anymore. That's kind of reality. Fair. So I don't enjoy the game anymore. I don't, it's not worth it for me to cover it as a full-time job. So I'm just walking away. It is a bit, it's a bit sad, because again, I've been playing Raid for over 4 years now. I've been covering the game for almost 2 or 3 years, right, as a full-time content creator. But it's just time to step back. It's time to step back. But I guess just to add it as a conclusion at the end, I want to say again, massive thank you to all the community, all of you out there that have been supporting me through this journey. You've all been amazing. I really love and appreciate each and every single one of you. It's pretty much allowed me to make, a dream come true, right? Do gaming, play games, make videos on it, and do it as a full-time job. I only ever dreamt about it, right? So the fact that I'm able to do it, it's all because of you, right? It's because of you, because of Raid Shadow Legends, because it was such an amazing game. It just keeps going down, unfortunately. It's because of people like Hell Hades, other content creators out there. Like it's been a really fun journey, right? And the thing is like this. I want to emphasize on this, because even though it might be weird to look at it this way, but the thing is like this. We have Raid, and then we have Plarium. That's how I kind of split it up. Raid, amazing game, amazing team, right? Developers are really good. We have Banana and Ace, the community manager, which awesome. Are amazing, like nothing but love and appreciation for them. They've been amazing through all of my period as a content creator. They're just somebody that deserves, they deserve all the love and support, because they're amazing human beings. Unfortunately, the Plarium or aristocrat side of things is just greed. That's the reality. Like they kind of like, they're tearing down this game, they're killing it slowly, and that's the reality. So yeah, I'm quitting Raid. I'm not playing. I'm not gonna have an account anymore. I don't think I'm ever gonna come back to it, unless I know there was another game, the prequel, right, or a sequel to Raid, like Raid 2, that was mentioned a while back. I might come back to play that when it comes out, or if I don't know, maybe I play King Arthur and that one doesn't work too well and starts dying down, and I see I have more time on my hands, because again, time is more and more limited, because I have an 8-month baby girl, right? I have to take care of the baby girl as well. I'm a full-time father, first of all. I'm a full-time father, and only after that I'm a full-time content creator. But in the future, I don't know, if Hell Hades launches a free-to-play series and the time allows it, I might just join that for a quick session. But for now, it's just, this is it. This is game over. This is my official I quit Raid Shadow Legends video. Again, thank you to every single one of you watching, supporting me for all this period. It means the world to me. I might not say it too often, but it really does, right? Again, it really does. It allows me to do what I love and continue doing this because of all of your support. Again, I'm currently covering King Arthur Legends Rise. If you still want to support me. You can stay subscribed, maybe give that game a try. It's pretty fun, right? It's pretty fun. You can play it completely free to play. I'm playing King Arthur completely free to play. You might want to give it a shot, but in the future the plan is going to be for me to cover Godforge again, right? When Godforge comes out, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go full on dedicated to Godforge, because I do believe that that's going to be the true raid killer, right? That's going to be the one that's going to do so good that it's going to make people forget about Raid Shadow Legends, because again, I have massive faith in Simon, Dan, Sham, all the team out there. My wife, obviously, Susie, that's a community manager. I have massive faith that they're going to release the best gacha game, or if not the best, maybe one of the best gacha games out there. And I think it's going to stay for years. But yeah, guess we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Again, thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, that's King Arthur, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. I guess happy holidays for those of you that might unsubscribe, because I'm not gonna cover raid. Wish you all the best. I wish you an amazing life.
Don't unsubscribe, guys.
Stuff. So,
don't do it.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. I cannot speak anymore. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Great video. Really good video. Summed up exactly like why he's quitting. I generally see where he's coming from. If you look at his channel, he has like, when he's talking about being a content creator and it not being viable for him to remain a content creator in raid or for raid, it's because the game doesn't encourage him to make content, right? He's not really enjoying the game or the direction of the game to cover the game on his YouTube channel. He can still put out YouTube videos. There's Chimera, there's the new relics, which he didn't even speak about, so he's not even plugged into that side of things. But that's a whole sort of mess that you can get into. I personally like Chimera, but I don't like the relic system. I think it's too overly saturated. I think it's just a mess, really. But yeah, like I said, he didn't really get into Chimera. Recently, he's not really been covering raid, right? This is his main channel. Like, all these videos are for King Arthur, and they're doing pretty well. For a new game, for a new community, his videos are doing really well. And he is incentivized too, as a business, to make these videos. Another criticism of Plarium, they're not really, it seems like for Odd One, he's not being supported by raid, right? And he's a father, so this decision he's made is one of his. Me personally, I don't see like having to like quit raid entirely. I've made and covered King Arthur. I'm planning to cover King Arthur as well. But this is the decision he's made. He said he's going to give his account away and not going to return. But yeah, I mean, we would always want Odd One to return. I hope he comes back. I hope he plays the game, tries it out. If there's new content, if there's a free-to-play series, like he knows his stuff. So it would be nice to see him back. But yeah, as is quitting, he's not incentivized. He doesn't enjoy the game. He doesn't like the direction the game is going. Sometimes that can keep you kind of interesting in the game. And also, King Arthur's made his head turn, right? Like, at the end of the day, he's found a game that he's enjoying and making content for. So all the best to Odd One. I said all the best to him in the content creator Discord that we have, where he posted his video and said, I'm leaving, which is sad to see. Like, Odd One, again, I've known him for, like he said, he's been playing the game for 4 years. I feel like I've known him for 3.5, and he's a great guy. He's an awesome guy, awesome human being. So all the best to him, all the best to his daughter, all the best to Susie as well, his wife, his lovely wife, who's awesome as well, by the way. Susie's incredible, really good content creator, just good vibes all the time. So yeah, show some love to Odd One, like his video, go sub to him, sub to his channel, and follow what he does. But yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, the conversation in his congratulations on finally beating Raid Shadow Legends, that sums it up perfectly, really. It's just, you beat the game when you leave, you know. But yeah, all the best to him. That's the video. Let me know what you guys think. I don't really do a lot of reactions. Let me know what you guys think of this video. And yeah, go show some support to Odd One. Peace.